सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। ॐ श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। अस्मद्गुरुचरणारविन्दाभ्यां नमः। भज गोविन्दं गोविन्दं भज मूढमते सम्प्राप्ते सन्निहिते काले नहि रक्षति डुग्रिन्करणे। मूढजहीहि धनागम कुरु सद्बुद्धिं मनसि वितृष्णा यल्लभसे वित्तं नारीस्तनभर दृष्ट्वा मागामो मोहावेशम् एतन्मांस वसादविकारं मनसि विचिन्तय वारं वारं। नलिनी तद्वज्जीवितम्
विद्याद्यभिमानग्रस्तं लोकं शोकहतं च समस्तम् वित्तोपार्जनसक्तः तावन्निजपरिवारो रक्तः पश्चाजीवति चर्चरदेहे वार्तां पृच्छति यावत् पवनो निवसति देहे तावत् कुशलं गेहे तदवत्कायो देहापानि भार्यां विद्यति तस्मिन्
भार्या बिभ्यति नो भार्यां
तस्मिन् काये।
बालस्तावत् सक्तः
वृद्धस्तावच्चिन्तासक्तः परमे ब्रह्मणि कोऽपि न सक्ता।
वेरी गुड। काते कांता
तस्ते पुत्रः संसारोऽयमतीव विचित्रः कस्य त्वं कः कुतः आयातः तत्त्वं चिन्तय
तदिह भ्रातः सत्संगत्वे
निस्संगत्वं निस्संगत्वे निर्मोहत्वं निर्मोहत्वे निश्चलतत्वं निश्चलतत्वे जीवन्मुक्तिः।
वयसि गते
गते कः काम विकारः शुष्के नीरे कः कासारः क्षीणे वित्ते कः परिवारः ज्ञाते तत्त्वे कः संसारः।
गुड। मा कुरु
धन जन यौवन गर्वं हरति निमेषात् कालः सर्वं मायामयमिदमखिलं भूत्वा ब्रह्मपदं त्वं प्रविश विदित्वा
दिनयामि
विनयामि सायं प्रातः शिशिरः सन्तौ पुनरायातः कालः क्रीडति गच्छत्यायुः तदपि न मुञ्चत्याशावायुः.
करेक्ट. काते कांता
काते काते काता धनगतचिन्ता वासुरसिन्नवनमस्तियन्ता विजगति सजन
हाँ, त्रिजगति त्रिजगति सज्जन
त्रिजगति सज्जन संगति रेखा भवति भवार्ण वतरणि नौका.
Go to the next. जटिलो मुंडी.
जटिलो मुंडी लुञ्चितकेशः काषायाम्बरबहुकृतवेषः पश्यन्नपि च न पश्यति मूढो मूढः क्षुदरनिमित्तं बहुकृतवेषः.
अंगं गलितं
अङ्गं गलितं फलितं पुल्लितं दशनविहीनं जातं तुण्डं वृद्धो याति गृहीत्वा दण्डं तदपि न मुञ्चत्याशापिण्डम्.
अग्रे वह्निः पृष्ठे भानुः रात्रौ चुबुकसमर्पितजानुः करतलभिक्षस्तरुतलवासः तदपि न मुञ्चत्याशापाशः. कुरुते गङ्गासागरगमनं व्रतपरिपालनमथवा दानम् ज्ञानविहीनः सर्वमतेन भजति न मुक्तिं जन्मशतेन. कंटिन्यू.
सुरमन्दिर तरुमूलनिवासः शय्याभूतलमजिनं वासः सर्वपरिग्रह भोगत्यागः कस्य सुखं न करोति विरागः.
योगरतो
संगरतो वा संज्ञनविहीनः संगविहीनः यस्य ब्रह्मणि रमते चित्तं नन्दति नन्दति नन्दत्वेव.
भगवद्गीता किंचिदधीता. नॉट किंचित गीता, किंचित अधीता.
गंगाजललवगणिका पीता सकृतपियेद मुरारि समर्चा क्रियते तस्य यमेन न चर्चा.
पुनरपि
मरणं पुनरपि जननी जठरे शयनम् इह संसारे बहुदुस्तारे कृपया पारे पाहि मुरारे.
Someone wants to try the next.
सत्याचर विरचितकण्ठः पुण्यात्मकः
Okay. Right. So till now Acharya as well as his disciples have also given a lot. So Punarapi Jananam, Dhrida Bhakti has given this. Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam, Punarapi Janani Jathare Shayanam, इह संसारे बहुदुस्तारे कृपया पारे पाहि मुरारे. Hey Murare, only you can pahi mam trahi mam. Iha samsare bahu dustare. It's dustare, it is boundless, it is so big, it is very tough to cross. Only by your blessings one can go to the other side of it. Okay, then now Nityananda has given the next one. Rathya charpata virachita kanthaha. Rathya, rathi rathya, charpata virachita kanthaha, punya punya vivarjita panthaha, yogi yoga niyojita chittaha, ramate balon mattava deva. Okay, when you say rathya charpata virachita kanthaha, kanthaha means tattered clothes, rags, what we call as rags na. Okay, rathya charpata virachita kanthaha, there is no shortage of such rags for this jnani. Anything he will take just to cover himself, basically just to protect and to be within the social norms, nothing more than that. So he is not short of any clothes. The Muni is not short of any clothes, but if you look at him, he will be with tattered clothes. Okay. Punya punya vivarjita panthaha. Varjita. What is varjita? Varjanam. In the absence of. In the absence of. Correct. Panthaha, the path. His path does not have punya as well as apunya. Because he is a jnani. So, punyena, papena, he is not bothered about it. His path doesn't have these at all. Means what? Sukha dukkha is not there. Sukha dukkhe same kritva labha labho jaya jayau. Okay. Sthitadi kim prabhasheta kimasita vrajeta kim prajahati yada kaman sarvan parthamanogatan atmanyevatmana tushtaha sthita prajnastadochyate. The next line is what is referring this. Dukkeshvanudvignamanaha sukheshu vigatasprihaha. Both punya and papa does not impact him. Sukha and dukkha will not have any effect on him. So this person, the first line is talking about there is nothing called an individuality or an ego. Correct? When you look at an animal, do you tell that, oh, look at that animal, it has not worn a clothes? No. To be in that social structure, some rags he will wear, and to protect him from adverse weather. Okay, so your individuality and ego is completely gone. Then what is the thought process? Na punyam, na papam, na saukhyam, na dukkham, chidananda ekaha shivasyeka lokam. So I am neither punyam nor papam. So punya punya virajita panthaha. His path doesn't have any punyam or papam. Okay. Yogi yoga niyojita chittaha. So the subject, the person is this yogi. What does he do? Yoga niyojita chittaha. Yoga niyojita chittaha. Okay. Now, what is yoga? What is yoga? Quickly tell. It is not such a tough question. What is yoga?
Chitta vritti nirodha.
Ah.
No, it's a connect. It's a very it connects between.
Coming from which dhatu? Exam over, that is gone. Yuj dhatu. Ah. Yunjate mana uta yunjate dhiyod vipra viprasya vipaschitaha. Yuj dhatu, yunjate, to join. Okay. Yogi, yoga, niyojita. Yuj, niyoja. Okay. Niyojita is completely only connected to. This yogi is 100% aligned only with Ishvaraha. Yogi, yoga, niyojita, chittaha. His chittaha is fully connected only with Brahmarpanam Brahmahavihi Brahmagnau Brahmanahutam Brahmaivatena Gantavyam Brahmakarma Samadhina. For a karma person, this is how it is told. This yogi may be a grihastha or maybe a sannyasi, doesn't matter. If mind is completely only with one thought of Ishvara Chintana, yogi yoga niyojita chittaha. Tasya chitta, in his chitta, this yogi joins with niyojita. Okay. So when he is full.
Niyojita means Brahma.
Yeah,
Niyojita means
yeah. Niyojita is completely connected. Connected to what? The object is not told. There is no object here. Because there is only one subject. That is why he is being called as a yogi, which means, in short, even you can consider it to be nirvikalpaka samadhi. So if he is in a samadhi state, he is completely aligned with that only, nothing. That means individuality is completely dropped. His path is only without punya and papa, no sukha dukkha. It is just being in that present and doing whatever needs to be done, and then all the time whatever he gets, he is completely immersed in dhyanam. Fully immersed in dhyanam. Okay. And Ramate balon mattava deva. And that bliss what he gets, that bliss of being in union or being in that Brahma thought, okay, always being in that thought, aham brahmasmi, that tat chintanam, tat kathanam, tad acharanam, everything in that, he is enjoying every moment. How? Like a child enjoys. Very innocently immersed into the activity or the game or whatever, as the child really enjoys. Ramate balaha. Either balaha ramate athava unmattaha ramate. Unmattaha means what? A mad person. Unmattaha. So even that person must be actually enjoying that state of mind. Okay. So this person can either be considered like a child enjoying it, or completely like a mad person enjoying that state. He is in that state. Whichever you want, you take. For you it is child or a mad person, but for him it is completely in that state. So he is not bothered about himself. He is not bothered about anything else. Neither is punyam, papam, nothing. Sukham, dukkham. He is always 24/7, 365 days connected only in that ekam sat tad vipra vadanti. Only that one sat. That's it. And in that enjoyment, he is either like a child, or he can even be sometimes like a mad person, unpredictable. उन्मत्त. ओके, किसी को उन्माद आ जाएगा तो कैसा बिहेव करते हैं, अनप्रिडिक्टेबल वैसा. लाइक दिस आर्किमिडीज व्हेन ही गॉट यूरेका यूरेका बोल के भागने शुरू कर दिया, लोगों को लगा ये पागल हो गया क्या. नो, इट इज उन्मत्त स्टेट. उन्मत्त रमते. इज इट क्लियर? So basically is such a happiness state is possible, and we settle for small happiness, as we said, with all this issue, the person running, then you have a lion chasing, then you have a snake coming from the top, then you have a rat cutting the rope, and then you have snakes down, and then all that honeybees are pricking from all the sides. In between, some few drops of honey is falling down, so I'm putting this tongue outside to lick it, and in that I'm feeling very happy. I got that. It is the pure anandam. You have never experienced it, and a person who is in that is always in that anandam. Just give me 1 second. I have to start one class and then I will continue. Just give me a second. This particular one also in the Upanishads, especially Taittiriya Upanishad, it comes very clearly. Yuva syat sadhu yuvadhyayakah. Just 1 second. Okay. Yuva syat sadhu yuvadhyayakah ashishto dridishto balishthah tasyeyam prithvi sarva vittasya purnasyat sa eko manusha anandah ते ये शतं मानुषा आनन्दाः स एको मनुष्यगन्धर्वाणामानन्दः श्रोत्रियस्य च कामः तस्य ते ये शतं मनुष्यगन्धर्वाणामानन्दाः स एको देवगन्धर्वाणामानन्दः श्रोत्रियस्य च कामः तस्य ते ये शतं देवगन्धर्वाणामानन्दाः. Like that it will go. We have gone only up to the second level. Like that there are 10 levels. He says, if someone has to understand what is that level of happiness, they have given a geometric progression scale of happiness. And he says, the basic unit of happiness, if one has to consider, he says, the Upanishad clearly gives that Yuva syat sadhu yuva dhyayakaha. Yuva syat, a young person. Sadhu, sadhu means very pious, with right values, right attitude, complete following dharma. Not only that, he is yuva syat sadhu yuva dhyayakaha. He is a teacher also. That means a person being a teacher obviously has learnt everything. So he has all the knowledge. He is a young person. He is very fit. And he is a teacher also. Ashishto dridishto balishtaha. Having all the strength. Endowed with all the qualities. Handsome, you take anything, put all that together. Not only that, tasyeyam prithivi sarva vittasya purnasyat. Tasyaha ayam prithivi sarva vittasya purnasyat. If you can imagine all the wealth in this world, everything belongs to him. Purnamasyat. Sarvavittam. Such a person, his mind will be how happy. That person's mind is one unit of happiness. Sa eko manusha anandaha. That means we are in the 100th decimal. Neither knowledge, nor teaching, nor all the wealth, neither the health. And in that we keep happy somewhere or the other. But this person, that is how they define one happiness. Just to make people understand. Okay, it is talking about an ideal situation. Says, this person like that 100 units of one happiness is Manushya Gandharva's happiness. 1 unit of happiness, you know what it is. 100 times that happiness is 1 unit for Manushya Gandharva. 100 units of Manushya Gandharva happiness is 1 Deva Gandharva happiness. 100 units of Deva Gandharva is Pitrananchira Loka Loka happiness. 100 units of Pitrananchira Loka is 1 Ajanajanan Devanamanandaha. 100 Ajanajanan Devanamananda is 1 Karma Devanan Devanamanandaha. 100 Karma Deva is 1 Indrasyanandaha. 100 Indrasyananda is 1 Brihaspateranandaha. 100 Brihaspaterananda is 1 Prajapateranandaha. 100 Prajapaterananda is 1 Brahmana Ananda, which is the final Ananda. So 10 raised to how much you can check of Manushya Ananda, and Manushya Ananda itself is something which is unimaginable. That is the level of happiness, that is your embodied happiness and nothing else. You are of the nature of happiness is what is your true nature. Okay, that is equivalent to Balo Unmatta Ramate Balon Mattava Deva Saiko Brahmana Ananda. And then he says Sayascha Ayam Purushe. Don't go anywhere. You are that happiness. Upanishad clearly proclaims it. Okay, just 1 minute. Yaschasavaditye sa ekaha. One second. स एकः स य एवं विद् अस्मान् लोकात् प्रेत्य. Okay, that is how that happiness is defined as. So, Ramate Balon Mattava Deva means that type of happiness is what he is referring to here. So, in that happiness, you are either like a child very pure or like a mad person also not knowing what is the setup. Because you are totally cut off from this setup. You have nothing to do with the setup. Okay, right. Let us go to the next one. Kastvam koham kuta ayataha kame janani ko me tataha. Okay. Kastvam koham kuta ayataha kame janani ko me tataha. Iti paribhavaya sarvamasaram vishwam tyaktva swapna vicharam. Okay. Today this is a bit troubling me. I just need to close this and move. Hmm. Okay, I've closed it. कस्त्वं कोहम कुत आयातः कामे जननी को मे तातः इति परिभावय सर्वमसारं विश्वं त्यक्त्वा स्वप्न विचारम. He keeps on asking, always ask this question. Who are you? Kastvam. Koham. Who am I? Kuta ayataha. From where have we come? Where am I to go? Where have I come from? Kame janani. Who is my mother? Kame tataha. Who is my father? Okay. We always are so attached to all these. Our parents also, at a point of time, he says very clearly, it is incidental that this person is your parent in this janma. You have no idea of who are your parents in the earlier janmas at all. So why only this janma gives that special this? No. That means including that relationship should be mentally severed, because everything finally is Aham Brahmasmi. Okay, so Kame Janani Ko Me Tataha Iti Paribhavaya Sarvam Asaram. Iti, thus you understand it, Paribhavaya. Sarvam, everything is what? Asaram. What is Saram? Shashwatam, Sthiram. Dry, juiceless, which doesn't have any juice. Asaram. Correct? That means none of these things have any meaning in it. You have to mentally ask these questions and then very clearly mentally sever it. Okay, when we say sever it, that doesn't mean that you will not say there is no relationship. Don't get attached to that relationship. You continue doing all your duties. There is no problem at all. But don't get attached to this relationship. Okay, because we shouldn't get attached to the body, we shouldn't get attached to our Sukshma Sharira. There is no point in getting attached, because that is something which is coming Janma after Janma to us. Same way, parents will be there, will not be there. Who is the parent? We may know, we may not know, no idea, but just don't get too over attached to all these things. It doesn't have any saram. It doesn't have any. That is why when it comes to Vedanta, it is not only the bad, even good has to be detached. Even good has to be detached. Papam going is not enough. Even punyam you should be ready to give it up. So same way, all the relationship, including parents, which has come to you biologically, not your choice, the rest may be your choice, even that, once you give up, Vishwam Tyaktva, you can Tyaja. What is Tyaja? Word meaning?
Give up.
Separate, give up. Vishwam Tyaktva, having completely disassociated with the world, as asking this question, who am I, who are you, who is my father, who is my mother, who is my wife, who are my children. Once you ask these questions and you start getting the clear answer, you are ready to detach yourself. It is the word attachment here. We are not trying to sever relationship, but don't get attached to it, and with that, this attachment with the world can go. How? Similar to that of a dream. Swapna vicharam iva vishwam tyaktva. Very beautiful example is given. Swapnaha, I am the creator, I am the enjoyer, and I kill the swapna. Afterwards, I wake up and I remember the experience of that swapna. When I am in the swapna, Mahasatyam. When I come out of the swapna and when I am awake, I know 100% nothing of that is true. Mahamithya. Because it is Mahamithya, isn't that experience with you? That is also there. Sannapya sannahyubhayatmikano bhinnapya bhinnahubhayatmikano sangapya nangahyubhayatmikano mahadbhuta anirvachaniya maya. It is so practically real, but I have no logic to explain it of its reality. It looks very, very experientially true, but I have no logic to clearly tell that it is true. Then what can I surely say? I can 100% say that it depends on something, and hence it is not independent. If it is not independent, it cannot be given one individual identity. Me and my shadow. Will you give my shadow an identity like what you are giving me? Me, you and your reflection on the mirror. Will you give the same value to the reflection to what you give to yourself? You will not. Correct? Why? Because every one of us know that the shadow is dependent on me. The reflection or that image is dependent on me. If I am not there, that can never be there. Correct? So when you look at it, when you look at this full Vishwam, if that Vishwam is a reflection, it's a reflection of what? It's an RC of one OC, right? What is that OC? Aham iti sakshat tattvamasyadi laksham. Aham iti sakshat. Or if that is too difficult to say, you can say Ishvaraha. It is reflection of Ishvara in everything which I see around. Right? That Ishvara is only seen everywhere around, in all the forms, in everything. All the golden ornaments has gold in it. Same way Ishvara is there in everything. So if I am seeing everything, I have to shift myself to see Ishvara which is there in everything. Or the better way to put is, there is one Ishvara who has got different bodies separately or different shapes, and that is what we call each of that as a different object or a person or whatever you want to say. But that Satchit Ananda Tattvam is there in it, existence, sentiency, and the third level, which is the highest, which is Ananda, the bliss. All the three are there in everything. Because each of this is only another word for the earlier one. They are not different. perspective changes, the scope changes, you give it different name. That's all. Okay. So when I can easily drop that swapna when I wake up, same way this Vishwam will get very easily dropped when I come out of this sleep of ignorance and I get the Jnanam. Okay, so he says, Vishwam tyaktva swapna vicharam, considering how you leave a swapna, like that you can very easily drop this Vishwa, because the Vishwa can be broken with Viveka into two. Nitya Vastu, Anitya Vastu. Correct? Then do Bhagatyaga. Take Nitya Vastu. Then the other way to break Vishwam is what? Cause effect. Second way to break Vishwam is cause effect. Look at everything and ask whether is this the cause or an effect. You will see that it is an effect. If it is an effect, go to the cause. Ask that cause whether it is the cause or the effect. In 3 questions, you will come back to the first one. The primordial one single cause, which is due to which everything has come. You don't have to keep asking so many times, what is the cause for this, what is the cause? You can easily extend the imagination and say this is one cause only which has created so many effects. So kamayata bahusyam praja yeti satapo tapyata. I want to multiply and become many. That is the way Upanishad gives. Brahman decided to multiply and become many. Saha akamayata bahusyam praja yeti. Ekoham bahusyamaha. I want to multiply into many. Okay. Satapo tapyata satapas taptva. That means he put a plan and he immediately executed that plan. Why? He is the abhinna nimitta upadana karanam. He can do anything. The Srishti is in his fingertips. Nacha sakta hai Srishti ko. Immediately Srishti will be ready. Right? Idagam sarvam asrijata. In a fraction of a second, everything came. How did the Srishti come? That's how it came. Either he is visible, manifested, or he is invisible as potential which is going to get manifested. Correct? Uttama Purushaha, 15th chapter Bhagavad Gita. Kshara Purushaha, Akshara Purushaha, Uttama Purushaha. Visible, Kshara Purushaha. In potential which is going to come, Akshara Purushaha. And that which will never go but is always there is Uttama Purushaha, Purushottamaha. Are we able to get? So from this relationship, it becomes very easy to go straight up to Vishwam Tyaktva Swapna Vicharam. How big leap Acharya has taken to straight away ask these questions and straight away drop this whole world, transactional world, saying that it is only a mithya vastu, like a swapna. Maya Jal, Maya Memsab. That's all, nothing more. That means don't give too much of importance to it. It will be there. उसमें सब रहेगा. मूवी देखते हैं तो कितना इंपॉर्टेंस देते हो? सब कुछ रहता है उसमें. बट इफ वी गेट अटैच टू द मूवी, हीरोइन को कुछ हुआ तो अपना आँख से पानी आता है कि नहीं? आई हैव पेड मनी. इट इज नॉट चीप. I paid a lot of money. In that I also booked the popcorn. And I'm eating popcorn. Reality. And someone is troubling her, here मेरा आँख से पानी आ रहा है. Why? Swapna became reality to me now. Acharya says, Buddhu, this reality converted to Swapna. हम तो और भी महारथी है. He didn't know that pictures were there that time. Vishwam tyaktva swapna vicharam. Here everything we superimpose on us और अपना अपना बोल के चालू है. Are we able to get that? So this very clearly a deep of the Vedanta, very nicely, beautifully given in such shlokas. Only Acharya can do such a fantastic kriti. Okay. The next shloka looks as though two people were fighting. And one of the disciple who is going, they were fighting with him. So he is trying to pacify that person. Because otherwise such a statement cannot be made. From the statement you have to imagine that such a situation could have been there. He is a jnani disciple and some other ajnani disciple is fighting with him. So he is giving this. He is telling, why are you fighting? So it goes this way. Tvayi mayi chanyatraiko Vishnuhu. Tvayi, in you, mayi, in me. Cha anyatra, in all, eko Vishnuhu. There is only, this word Vishnu doesn't mean Shankha Chakra Gadadhari Vishnu. No. Sarvam Veveshti iti Vishnu, Sarva Vyaptam iti Vishnuhu. That which is present in everything, that integral part which is that net, in everyone it is there, that Atma. Tvayi mayi cha anyatra ekameva Atma asti. Is it clear? Tvayi mayi cha anyatraiko Vishnuhu. So he is making first statement. In you also that Vishnu is there, in me also that Vishnu is there, in everyone also the Vishnu is there. So, Vyartham kupyasi maya sahishnuhu. Vyartham. What is Vyartha? Waste. It's waste. Kupyasi, angry with me. Why are you angry with me? Which is a waste. Mayi asahishnuhu. What is sahishnu? What is sahishnu?
Patience.
Meaning,
Where has this come? Meaning is correct. Where has it come?
Tattvabodh.
Where?
Titiksha.
Titiksha ka शीतोष्ण सुख दुक्खादि सहिष्णुत्वम. See, if you want, you can connect it now, na? You didn't refer any book. Slowly, when the thought comes, that wiring will connect. Okay, so Sahishnuhu means forbearance, patience, ability to hold, be with it. Right? What is the opposite of that? Impatient. Okay, that is called Asahishnu. Who doesn't have Sahishnu is Asahishnu. So Vyartham Kupyasi Mayi Asahishnuhu. Why you don't have such a forbearance? You have Asahishnuta with me, in me, and you are shouting at me. Why? In you also that Vishnu is there, in me also that Vishnu is there, in everyone that Vishnu is there. Then why are you shouting at me? Being impatient. You understand? That is how that question is coming. That means कुछ झगड़ा हुआ रहेगा, इसके लिए एक between sannyasis झगड़ा हो गया लगता है. So one learned sannyasi is telling the other one, भाई क्यों कर रहे हो? तुम्हारे अंदर भी वही है, मेरे अंदर भी वही है, सबके अंदर भी वही है, फिर मेरे ऊपर क्यों तुम्हें असहिष्णुता है और मुझे चिल्ला रहे हो? ओके. भवसमचित्तः सर्वत्रत्वम्. भवसमचित्तः सर्वत्रत्वम्. Have that equanimity with everyone. Tvam bhava. Let it dawn on you. Tvam bhu bhava. Bhu sattayam. Parasmaipadi lot. Madhyama purusha ekavachana. Tvam bhava. May it be dawned on you what? Sarvatra tvam samachittaha. Have that equanimity. Let it dawn on you. Is what I pray. Prarthana. Are you getting it? Yachana. Oh God, let that equanimity in his mind dawn. Okay. Vanchasyad vanchasya achiradyadi vishnutvam. Okay. Vanchasi achirad. यदा त्वं वांछसि achirad vishnutvam. If you really want to attain that moksha, do you really want to attain that moksha? Then, oh Bhagavan, let equanimity dawn on your mind. And why are you then shouting at me? Okay. So, this is more related to krodha, among the Shadripu, Kama and Krodha. So, the moment Krodha comes, it can be converted very easily if you change the outlook of the setup. If I am angry with a person, why do I become angry? I can't sit that person, I can't stand that person. We tell so many things now. I can't stand him, I can't sit him. What do you mean? Means what? It means I have a certain set of likes and dislikes. That person has certain set of likes and dislikes. They don't go with each other. My dislike is that person's like, that his dislike is my liking. That is why whenever we come in front of each other, what happens? Shwanavat gurgurayate. You have heard this?
Yes, I think so. Dogs.
Brahmanaha, this is a statement. Brahmanaha, Brahmanena drishtva, Shwanavat gurgurayate. When one Brahmin looks at another Brahmin, वो दोनों जो कुत्ता जैसा चालू हो जाता है. श्वानवत गुरगुरायते. क्योंकि दोनों को इसका ऊपर है ईगो. समझ में आ रहा है? ऐसा क्यों? बिकॉज माई लाइक्स आर हिज डिसलाइक्स and his likes are my dislikes. I cannot stand him, he cannot stand me. How do you solve this problem? Go one step above. Tvayi mayi cha anyatra eko Vishnuhu. Correct? Now where is the question of not accepting you? Okay, so how to manage extreme likes and dislikes, reduce it, how to come to a mid path, and how to leave this individuality. The only way is when you go to a level much higher. From Vyavaharika level, you have to go up to the Paramarthika level, and at Paramarthika level, you have to accept everyone. Why you have to accept everyone? Because everyone is just a reflection. Of what? Of me. My dislikes are reflecting through that person as his likes. Okay, it is never just his likes, his dislikes. My dislikes are projecting through that person as his likes. That is my problem. My likes are projecting on that person as his dislike. That is my problem. He is not the problem. Are you able to get that? He is not the problem. Because if he was the problem, you change the likes and dislikes, he will still remain the problem. You change the likes and dislikes, is he the problem then? Or is she the problem? Never. So where is the problem? At my likes and dislikes, at my vasanas. Then why are you just shouting at someone? That means I am very rigid. Okay, I can't accept Srishti as the way it is. He is also part of Bhagavan Srishti. She is a part of Bhagavan Srishti. Who am I to reject it? If I don't go with it, I can be away from it. You can always fear a snake and be away from it. That doesn't mean you have to kill a snake. Bhagavan Srishti. Like that, all the human beings whom you hate are Bhagavan Srishti. You can choose to be away from them. That is a perfect choice. But you don't have to hate them, and you don't have to keep watching them and seeing all your dislikes being projected on them and then further getting angry. Where is the problem coming? In my chittam. Okay, some people have that, there's called audit mentality or policeman mentality. You know what? They are very good in proofreading and all. You tell them, you show them, you do anything, they will only be looking at where there is a mistake. Where there is a mistake. Proofreading mentality. Audit mentality. Policeman's mentality. Kidhar, galti kidhar hai, galti kidhar hai. Then the world becomes only filled with galti. Huh? That becomes difficult later on. Okay, so very clearly, don't allow this anger, because it is now impacting your basic premise that everyone is no other than the same Atma with a different Upadhi. That jnanam is thrown out the moment we start shouting at each other. Is it clear? To make it a little more palatable, the next sloka is there. Shatrau mitre putre bandhau makuru yatnam vigraha sandhau sarvasminnapi pashyatmanam sarvotsrija bheda jnanam. Very simple. Shatrau, okay, mitre, all enemies, all friends, putre, all my relationship or children, bandhav, all my relationship. So we categorize them, my friends, my foes, my relationship, my enemies, all that we categorize, right? Ma kuru yatna, don't put so much of effort. Yatna is putting such a lot of effort to categorize. For what? Vigraha sandhav. इसको जोड़ो, इसको तोड़ो, इसको जोड़ो, इसको तोड़ो, क्या चालू है? कितना मेहनत करते हैं हम सिर्फ इसके लिए? Just to classify, he is close to me, he is far away from me, she is close to me, she is my friend, she is my foe. क्या चालू है? बोला जिंदगी भर यही करते बैठने वाले हो? Mahakuru, do not do that. Do not put effort for Vigraha Sandhav, to join and to separate. Vigraha is to separate, Sandhi is to join. Sarvasminnapi pashyatmanam, same concept. Okay. Bhavasamachitta sarvatratvam vanchasyad achirad yadi vishnutvam. So he says the same thing. Sarvasminnapi pashyatmanam. See that one Atma in everything. Sarvasminnapi pashyatmanam. Sarvasmin, Saptami, in everything, in you and in everyone. See that one Atma only. Okay. And when you do that, what happened? Sarvatra utsrija bheda jnanam. This bheda, separation, is ajnana. Utsrija means remove it and throw it. Visarjan karo uska. Sarvatra, in every point, in whatever you see, that separation should not be there. But this can be misunderstood very well. Huh? This is jnanam related. They will bring it in dharma charanam. No, Acharya has told bheda utsrija, so I will do whatever I want. Why? That is conveniently dropping selectively and accepting selectively. That is not accepted. Dharma continues. The hatred is in the mind. Dharma is very clearly what we practice and which is visible to others. That has to continue. But you don't have to hate someone which is purely in your mind, which manifests as action. Clean that part, and the other action should be the way it is. A child should be treated a child, not like an elderly person. An elderly person should not be treated like a child. Those things are all adharma. You can't do it. Just because bheda, ajnanam, abheda I should have, so I will treat everyone like everything. No, it doesn't work. Or like our Swamiji says, will you not differentiate between wife and sister and mother? Or if you get jnanam, you will forget that. That is baseless, right? That is baseless. So, dharma and shishtachara will continue. But that hatred or intense attachment feeling about people or general sect of people and all, that will go. That is what is satsangatve, nissangatvam, nissangatve, nirmohatvam. That is perfectly okay. Right? Okay. Chalo. So with this, we have completed 25. There are few more only left. We will have to think what next we are going to do. Hopefully in the next class we can discuss and then can accordingly align what you want. If there is something in your mind, let me know. Accordingly, I will also consider that. Okay. Right. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Okay. Dhanyavadaha. Shubharatri. Yeah. Yes.